My name is Kazumi Endo. My hobby is traveling and I often go abroad. I used to travel alone. But when I started thinking it might be nice to have a boyfriend at my age, a friend introduced me to Hiroyuki.
Nice to meet you. I'm Hiroyuki Fukuda. My hobby is exploring eateries, and I know lots of delicious places.
Nice to meet you. I'm Kazumi Endo. So, your hobbies are exploring eateries? See? Since Kazumi also loves exploring eateries, I thought you two might get along. My friend knew I enjoyed exploring eateries during my travels, and introduced me to Hiroyuki.
What's your favorite kind of food, Kazumi?
I really love meat. I also have a sweet tooth.
Meat? I love it too. I also like sweet things. There's a great Sunday place I know. Let's go together sometime.
Sunday? That sounds great. Hiroyuki seemed a bit feminine, but was easy to talk to, and knew lots of great restaurants, so our conversation flowed well. From then on, we kept in touch and started going on dates. Oh, the dishes at this place look delicious. They even have a meat lunch.
Wow, it's a popular spot for women too. Shall we have lunch here?
Yeah. We entered the restaurant I was curious about and ordered the dishes we wanted to try. Wow, the roast beef bowl looks so delicious. The dishes arrived with the meat I love. I was so impressed that I quickly picked up my chopsticks to eat.
Wow, this looks delicious.
Oh, wait a minute. Suddenly, Hiroyuki reached out with his chopsticks before me and ate the meat.
It's so good.
That's my meat. Moreover, he ate several pieces in one go. That meat looked so delicious, so it's better to savor it slowly. I was surprised by the suddenness of it, but Hiroyuki didn't seem to mind at all. Furthermore, he continued to casually take meat from my plate.
This is delicious. Won't you try some, Kazumi?
Yeah. I ordered it for myself, you know. Eventually, he ate up most of my meat. I wanted to eat it too. Since then, every time Hiroyuki and I ate out, this kind of thing would happen. Even though we each ordered our own dishes, when the food arrived, Hiroyuki would glance at my dish and start eating before me. I told him many times, you can't just eat someone else's food like that.
But it looked so delicious. Besides, since it's such good food, why not share it? Here.
Yeah, you're right. Hiroyuki always had a close personal space boundary. So maybe reaching for food was like how girls share meals together. True, girls often share dishes among themselves. I feel bad for getting mad at Hiroyuki. Setting aside eating together, Hiroyuki and I got along well and had fun together. And also, Hiroyuki's family is wealthy. When we visited, his parents were so nice. And really happy we were dating.
I'm glad Hiroyuki has such a wonderful girlfriend.
Think of this place as your own home, Kazumi.
Thank you.
Both of you should just get married already. We'll help with the preparations.
Wait, marriage?
That's a great idea. Kazumi, let's get married.
But we've only been dating for 6 months.
So what? We get along, have fun together, it's perfect.
His parents were supportive of our marriage. I was unsure, but their welcome made me happy. So we decided to get married. And so, after dating for 6 months, we got married. But soon after getting married, Hiroyuki became even more uninhibited towards me. Even during an outing one day.
Oh!
Hiroyuki, that's my fried chicken.
The fried chicken tastes better than the dish I ordered.
Hey, are you listening to me? Hiroyuki ignored my words and finished all the fried chicken.
That was delicious. And here comes my extra order. Yeah, this one is delicious.
Since you ate my fried chicken, can I have some of your dish?
Huh? Why?
What do you mean, why? Yet Hiroyuki, while helping himself to my food, didn't share his own food, claiming it was tastier. Initially, he'd say, "Since it's such good food, we should share," and he'd share nicely with me. But now, he hardly does that at all. And he insists on keeping his own delicious food to himself. He's so childish. Every time he eats my ordered dish without permission and doesn't share his own, Hiroyuki's selfishness was really getting on my nerves. Why do you keep eating my food without asking? And plus, you eat it all. That's just rude.
Huh?
Even when I get mad, Hiroyuki doesn't seem to care.
Then you can eat this, Kazumi.
This? Isn't this the dish you said it wasn't good?
Yeah, it doesn't taste good.
Hiroyuki would say the food doesn't taste good during the meal and push the plate aside after just a bite, leaving it all behind, and orders something else. Every time I end up eating his leftovers. Also, he says it doesn't taste good, but the food tastes just fine. Yet he easily discards it. I've traveled to many countries and seen many people struggling to find food. So I was really grateful to enjoy delicious meals and always valued food. Just because food doesn't taste good, I can't understand why Hiroyuki throws away the food. Even when we dine out together, Hiroyuki would say it tastes bad if it didn't suit his taste, and throw it straight into the trash. I was shocked to see him behave like that. Even after that, Hiroyuki didn't stop, reaching out for and eating my ordered dish before I could. It's as if he thinks it's perfectly natural for him to eat first. Hiroyuki seems to think it's okay to eat other people's food. Also, he thinks it's fine to leave disliked or unfit food right away. Someone with such a mindset can never get along with me. Furthermore, after we got married, Hiroyuki became increasingly selfish. Don't take someone else's food without permission. You'll end up finishing the other person's portion.
Why? You can just order more if you want. They come quickly. I just want to eat delicious things.
No matter how much I reasoned with him, Hiroyuki wouldn't listen. And despite saying he's helping family business, he actually did nothing and just lived off money from his parents. He never earned money for himself. Unlike him, I earned my own money to pay for my meals. Hiroyuki ate using his parents' money. Hiroyuki, the meal you're ordering so casually costs money. There are people preparing it. And meals are valuable, you know?
Valuable? Why?
There are people who can't eat what they like, and others who can't eat delicious food. We shouldn't waste food.
Not being able to eat what you like or delicious food? That sounds terrible. I'm glad I can eat delicious things.
Hiroyuki seemed completely indifferent. No way.
Oh, this tastes bad. I don't want it. Let's order something else.
I patiently explained to Hiroyuki like dealing with a child, but he never took my words seriously. Hiroyuki just doesn't understand the importance of food or other people's feelings. He never listened to me, and I've had enough. I want a divorce.
Huh? Divorce?
You never listen to me. And our values regarding food are completely different. It's just painful being together.
That's not true. What's wrong with me?
You don't value food at all. Unlike you, I want to cherish food.
Cherishing food? Kazumi, you're too picky.
Picky?
You worry about everything. Meals don't taste good because of it.
Instead of understanding, Hiroyuki criticized me, leaving me stunned. It's not that I worry too much, it's that Hiroyuki doesn't care enough.
Huh? Me?
I don't want to be with someone who casually throws away a meal because it doesn't taste good. I firmly told him that and left the table in disbelief. Afterward, I didn't go home but straight to my parents' house.
Oh, welcome back, Kazumi. What happened?
Kazumi, did something happen?
Mom, Dad. At home, My father, who's an office worker, and my mother, who worked part-time, welcomed me warmly. The cozy atmosphere and the warmth of my family, which I hadn't felt in a while, made me feel relieved. While we were an ordinary family, there were times when my father couldn't work due to health issues, and I had younger siblings. I learned the value of being able to have meals without hardship in this home. Because of what happened, I'm sorry that I couldn't make the most of the introduction you kindly arranged. I'm sorry, but I've decided to break up with Hiroyuki. That night, I called a friend from my parents' home and discussed everything about Hiroyuki, including the scenes at meals, and his outrageous behavior towards food. My friend on the other end of the line was also appalled. Unbelievable. And he doesn't even work. Yeah, he orders dish after dish, then decides he doesn't like them and leaves them? He's really got the wrong idea. My friend was clearly appalled. Kazumi, divorcing was the right choice. Having your food eaten without permission or watching it get wasted right in front of you is just disgusting. Thank you. I'm glad you understand. It's supposed to be a nice meal out, but it just ruins the whole experience. My friend understood my feelings. Despite feeling guilty about my friend went to the trouble of introducing Hiroyuki to me, but it was comforting that my friend understood. A few days later, Hiroyuki showed up at my parents' house with my in-laws.
Kazumi, I heard you want a divorce. What's going on? Hiroyuki is really upset.
There might have been something unpleasant, but please think it over. You were getting along well with Hiroyuki.
The in-laws never thought for a moment that the reason I wanted a divorce could be because of their own son. As for Hiroyuki, he didn't think he was at fault at all.
So, Kazumi, have you calmed down yet?
Calmed down? I didn't say I wanted a divorce because I was in a bad mood.
Huh? Then why?
I explained it to you properly the other day, didn't I? Once again, you weren't really listening to me. Feeling angry inside, I turned to face my in-laws. Hiroyuki helps himself to other people's food. If he thinks it's tasty, he'll eat it all. Even if I ask him to stop, he doesn't listen. But if he finds his own food delicious, he never shares it with me. He's not a child, but it's stressful to have my food taken away every time we eat.
What? Then why don't you just order the same thing?
That's not the point. The problem is that he thinks it's okay to eat other people's food without permission. Moreover, Hiroyuki will take a bite of something, and if he doesn't like it, he'll say, "I don't want this anymore," and leave it. Sometimes he even throws it straight into the trash. The food isn't bad at all. It's actually quite good.
If it were rotten, I would understand, but throwing it away just because he doesn't like it isn't right.
Yes, he's being wasteful with food. But it tasted bad.
Scolded by both parents, Hiroyuki stammered like a child. It didn't taste bad at all. Thinking something is bad over trivial matters like this isn't good.
But you see, Hiroyuki is a gourmet.
That's right. Since he was little, he's been raised eating delicious things.
The in-laws says so with a mix of confusion and pride, but their words only made me angrier. A gourmet? Don't be mistaken. What Hiroyuki does shows he doesn't understand anything. He's just selfish.
What?
He doesn't show any respect or gratitude towards the person who prepared the meal. He doesn't think about food or ingredients at all. It's a proof that he only sees what's right in front of him. Hiroyuki and I don't share the same values, so I'm divorcing him. At this, his parents looked troubled.
Values? Maybe because you live in such a small house? You don't understand wealth.
A small house?
What do you mean by you don't understand wealth just because we live in a small house?
Insensitive remarks from my mother-in-law left my parents in shock. With all due respect, I am grateful to my parents for helping me understand the appreciation for food.
Huh? Kazumi?
My parents worked hard to raise me and younger brothers and sister. There were times when we didn't have much food, so I learned the happiness and gratitude of being able to eat what I like when I like. After being rudely spoken to by my hardworking parents all this time, when I got angry, my in-laws were shocked and started to panic. But I couldn't stand it. Have you ever been overseas?
Overseas? We often go to Italy and France.
And also Hawaii and other resorts. We only go to the best places with delicious food.
I see. Please take a look at this later then. I handed a DVD to Hiroyuki and my in-laws. That was something I witnessed during a trip before, where people were working diligently in environments where they couldn't even have satisfactory meals. It was a documentary about their daily struggles. Please, watch this and learn about the world's current situation. Not just the usual places you visit, considering you have plenty of money. I said just that, and promptly asked both my in-laws and Hiroyuki to leave. I couldn't communicate with Hiroyuki or his parents at all, so I proceeded with the divorce. Initially, it seemed he wasn't quite accepting of being divorced by me. I heard through friends that after being divorced by Kazumi, Hiroyuki had a lot of free time on his hands. He apparently watched the DVD that you gave it to him, and it looks like it really shocked him. He realized that there are many people in the world who can't eat the meals he casually trashed them all this time, and that there are a lot of people in need. Hiroyuki, now belatedly, seems to have been shocked by learning about a world he had previously ignored. Afterward, Hiroyuki and my in-laws went to the country I had visited before, and it seems they were shocked by the current situation there. It would be good for them to understand the gratitude for being able to have delicious meals, drink clean water, and live in a healthy, hygienic environment. Experiencing the complete opposite would be eye-opening. I gave Hiroyuki and my in-laws the DVD because I thought words alone wouldn't convey it to them. It's best for them to see, experience, and learn firsthand. After all, both cooking and eating are very important to people. Not just for Hiroyuki, but also for the person dining with him. I don't want them to think it's all just for themselves. Later on, I received a letter of apology from Hiroyuki by mail after he returned from overseas. Both Hiroyuki and his parents realized they had been careless, despite not being in financial or food difficulties. And it seems Hiroyuki has started to change his behavior. But I don't know whether he's truly reflecting it. Are you going on another trip, Kazumi? Yeah. I'm thinking of visiting various places again after a long time. I'll be grateful for the foods I can eat in each region. So, for now, I'm enjoying my time traveling alone.